Keita, I guess I'll start with you. What went into your decision to ultimately end up playing tonight? Did you feel well enough to go? And when you see that your shot fall, do you kind of think overtime?
Well, first, just get a stop. I mean, he was a good player. He had a very tough shot. It happens sometimes.
When did you make the decision that you were going to play tonight?
When I got here, I knew I was going to play. As soon as I left my apartment, I was going to play.
For both of you guys, obviously, you know you're probably not going to go undefeated all season. First time you face this kind of adversity in a while. What was the post-game message, and how do you guys come to grips with a tough loss like this?
I mean, we just got to learn from it. I mean, we got eight more games left, finish out the Big Ten season, and we've gotten away with coming out a little sluggish, and tonight, we finally, couldn't get back into it. We got to be more assertive when we start off the games, and we didn't lose on that last shot. Penn State, they played a great game, but we just got to work on coming out with the same edge that we played with in the late in the second half.
It seemed like defensively, in times before earlier, you guys would find the stop that you needed, but it seemed like that was really hard to come by tonight. What were they doing offensively, and what wasn't there for you guys defensively?
They were good players, good team. They hit some tough shots, obviously. You probably should have brought a little more help for each other in the gaps, but give credit to them. They hit some very tough shots down the stretch.
Jay Sean, was there a sense, maybe early in this game, that could you tell that Penn State, they're a team that had 5 days off? It seemed like they had a lot of energy, and obviously their jumpers were falling early.
They definitely had energy from the start. I think one of their players, they got one of their starters back just today, so I think that gave them a lot of juice. And like you said, they shot 60% in the second half, 56 in the first. So it's going to be hard to beat a team that's shooting from that clip.
And then, Keita, you have the ball in your hands with the game on the line. Up until Tony Carr hits that shot, is that kind of the situation that you kind of envisioned for yourself coming into this year? Game on the line, ball in your hands?
To some extent, Coach Drew plays with multiple options, and for down the stretch in the game, I was the option on all those. So we just tried to make the right play. Jay Sean got a layup down the stretch too, so it wasn't on me.
The start of the second half was kind of funky. A lot of fouls being called. I think JT got called like 3 in 2 minutes or something. I know it's tough when you're getting called that you don't think is a foul, but how do you think you all handled that composure-wise, I guess, that 4 or 5 minute stretch?
I think we did a terrible job, honestly. It starts with me. I got to do a better job just not reacting. In the first half, they let us play a little more, and in the second half, they caught a little tight. So we just got to, in the future, just adjust, adjust to the play, adjust to how they're calling the games. And, it's hard when you're out there and the crowd gets into it and they're booing and stuff and you want to join in. But I think that's where the composure has to come in, and we got to do a better job on that.
And then you guys called a timeout down 3 and you scored. Was that just to extend the game, or were you trying to get a 3 there and you just got it open late?
We actually were trying to get a 3. They guarded it pretty well, and I just saw the opportunity to get a bucket. So I think there was only like 20 seconds left. So that's just how it is. We just played it how it was.
Keita, how do you feel right now? And did you feel any effects from being sick during the game?
No, I didn't. I was pretty hydrated. Tried to get pretty hydrated before the game, so I felt pretty good. As soon as the game started, and they kept giving me all Gatorade throughout the game, so I felt good.
And the 3 that you got to tie, was that what you guys drew up? Or what did you take us through, and what it feels like to let that ball go?
Yeah, that was kind of the play. It's set screen for Cam to come off Caleb, and then it actually didn't fully work like that. I think JT just handed it off to me, but we just made the right basketball play down the stretch in that moment, and it felt good coming off my hand.
You just made a shot at Danny Banks it in, but what was there a strategy? You guys go through that, I'm sure, all the time. Is it just?
I think we got to look at film more, but I mean, I think 2 of our guys contested the shot, and he ended up double pumping and throwing it up. I mean, it was a crazy shot. I mean, hat off to him. I mean, he played a great game. He was very hard to stop tonight. So.
Did he call it?
No, he did not call it.
How much are you guys, I know you guys have played quite a few games here in the last couple of weeks. You guys got 4 full days off before you have to take on Indiana. Do you feel like are you guys excited to kind of have, you know, some time off here before you have to face Indiana and then go to Purdue?
I think time off is definitely needed, but not too much time. You know, we probably just take this day off tomorrow, you know, look at the game, and then, you know, get some shots on Sunday, or Saturday, and then on Sunday get right back into it. Indiana beat this Penn State team at home, so I mean they're a really good team that we got to continue to prepare for.
When it comes to defending the 3, yes, Penn State made a lot of they were very consistent. But do you kind of have an idea of what, you may not know this, but what you guys need to do, especially going forward, to better equip yourselves for defending the 3?
We got to make them more uncomfortable. You know, tonight they had a lot of rhythm threes, and we got to do a better job of just being there, trying to make them as uncomfortable as possible instead of catching it in the rhythm.
Last question. Chris has just talked a lot about you two and your consistency all year in leading this team. And I know, maybe you did expect to go 18-0 in Big Ten play, but teams lose, it happens. Just what's the mindset for you two now? What do you have to do to make sure that this is just a loss and nothing more?
Just make sure everybody knows that this is just one game, so it doesn't define us the rest of the season. We've got 8 more Big Ten games left, I think. So we're going to learn from this one, obviously, and hopefully it doesn't happen again. Just do what we can to make sure we don't lose anymore.
How about for you, JT?
Like he said, I mean, we've been on, you know, the other end of teams that, you know, have started out 0-4 and had losing seasons. And, you know, I think our biggest thing is learning our lesson now. We got to continue to come out with more effort, you know, pay attention to, you know, scouting and personnel, and just play with a more sense of urgency, or this is going to continue to happen. You know, it's the Big Ten. That's why you come here every day. You take that court. The other team is, I mean, it can be a dogfight. It's the Big Ten.